Hello, everyone. Welcome back to Newsroom. It's September 26th. I'm Chella Smith, and this is your Middle East U.S. entertainment news here on YouTube. I air on Fridays, bringing you the latest on reforms and economics of Iraq based on reports put out by the Middle East news media outlets. I do this weekly review, and it's based off my interests. Thank you, everyone, for joining me. Let's get right into this week's headlines. Fraud funds recovered. The second Kark investigation court in Baghdad recovered 2 billion dinars, 1.5 million, from two companies engaged in fraudulent dollar transfer operations. Authorities say that the firms exploited gaps in foreign exchange processes, harming public funds. Investigations are ongoing against other entities suspected of similar schemes. Financially, stronger enforcement boosts confidence in Iraq's financial system, curbing fraud and undermine trust in the dinar. Cleaning up illegal currency activity also helps stabilize the exchange rate. Stock market reforms. The ISX signed on MOU with Meira, aligning with Arab stock markets to raise transparency and investors' confidence. Trading updates include resumed listing, Union Bank, Alila Insurance, and in suspensions for several firms pending AGMs. Al-Qadim Telecom announced a 3% dividend yields. Greater transparency attracts regional investors, while dividends show companies rewarding shareholders. Stronger governance makes Iraq's markets more competitive and appealing to foreign capital. Vision 2050 launched. Prime Minister al-Sudani unveiled Iraq's Vision 2050, aiming for economic diversification, digital governance, and a reduced reliance on oil. Plans include 1.5 million jobs through the Development Road Project, green initiatives for 70% of self-sufficiency, and turning Iraq into a transit hub for 20% of Asian-Europe trade. If executed, Vision 2050 could be Iraq's path to long-term stability, making the economy less vulnerable to oil shocks and improving the dinar's international credibility. Saudi investments are raising. The INC chairman, Dr. Haider Makiaya, met Saudi's investor Mohammed Al-Kraif to deepen industrial, energy, and hosting investments. Iraq's record of $102 billion in investments over 2.5 years is reflecting growing foreign confidence. Over 168 projects will be showcased at the Iraq's Investment Forum this week in Baghdad. Strengthen Saudi investment ties, bringing capital, jobs, and diversification. Strategic foreign partnerships help unlock growth beyond oil, improving Iraq's fiscal stability and investors' sentiment. Crypto curiosity grows. Despite a ban, Iraqis are leading global Google searches for Dogecoin, driven by excitement around the first U.S. Dogecoin ETF. Locals say inflation and dollar shortages push them towards cryptos, even if unofficially. Meanwhile, Iraq's central bank is preparing a digital currency to address liquidity. Crypto interest reflects distrust in traditional banking. While risky under current laws, a state-backed digital currency could monetize payments and restore confidence in Iraq's monetary system. Sanction pressures banks. Iraq remains under OFAC sanctions, restricting several banks from U.S. dollar dealings due to money laundering and militia finance concerns. These curbs cut off illicit revenue streams, but also strain liquidity. The U.S. aims to force reforms by tightening oversights on Iraqi financial institutions. Now, these sanctions are a double-edged sword. They hinder banking operations, but push Iraq towards reforms and alternative payment systems. Success here is vital for stabilizing the dinar internationally. The resumption of Kurdistan oil exports is a major turning point for Iraq's economy, with over 230,000 barrels a day flowing back into SOMO system. Iraq will see a significant boost in federal revenues, reduce internal disputes, and send a signal of stability to international markets. More stability in oil flows means Baghdad can better fund its budget, meet salary obligations, and build confidence in in the Iraqi dinar. This is a step towards restoring financial credibility. Why exports stopped? Well, in March 2023, oil exports from the Kurdistan region through Turkey stopped. A Paris arbitration court ruled that the Ankara violated a 1973 pipeline treaty by allowing Erbil to export independently since 2014. This triggered a standoff between Baghdad and Erbil over who controls oil revenues. The breakthrough, and after months of talks, the federal government, the Kurdistan regional government, the KRG, and oil companies reached a near final deal. Exports would resume within 48 hours, ending a 2-year halt. About 95% of these issues are now resolved. Well, how did it work? 230,000 barrels a day will go to Iraq's SOMO for exports. 50,000 barrels a day stay in Kurdistan for local use. Oil sold from Turkey's Siham port will use SOMO's official pricing, and an independent trader will handle sales to ensure transparency. Who gets what? Oil producers get $16 per barrel for productions and transport costs set by Iraq's 2025 budget amendment. The rest of the revenues go to Baghdad SOMO. The $16 is temporary until international consultants decide the true cost. Past debts remain unresolved. Politics and salary, the human side of this. The KRG leaders, including Malzer Barzani, stress that they fulfill their obligation and demand Baghdad release salaries. Baghdad pledges to start paying July and August wages soon. The deal also covered non-oil revenues, meaning Baghdad and Erbil must share customs and tax income more clearly. Financial and market impact. Before the halt, Erbil exported 400,000 barrels a day plus 75,000 from Kirkuk. Resumption boost Iraq's federal revenues, added supply to global oil markets, and stabilized Kurdistan's finance. Investors see the deal as a confident signal. Smoother Baghdad-Erbil cooperation could unlock foreign investment, stronger budget stability, and local salary relief. Through debt issues still cost uncertainty. After 2 years of dreadlocks, Kurdistan oil exports are set to restart under Baghdad's control with revenue sharing rules, temporary payments for producers, and promises of long delayed salaries for the Kurdistan workers. While these deals will strengthen Iraq's fiscal position and stabilize the exchange rate in the near term, it does not automatically return the dinar to the international stage yet. This requires deeper reforms, banking modernization, anti-corruption enforcement, foreign investment frameworks, and a stronger monetary policy. Still, this oil agreement is a critical foundation. It shows Baghdad and Erbil can cooperate, which is exactly the kind of progress international markets look for. In short, it won't take the dinar global overnight, but it does move Iraq in the right direction. And you've been watching Newsroom Weekly Review. I'm Chella Smith with your Middle East U.S. entertainment news on reforms and economics of Iraq, bringing you all the latest dinar news without having to keep up with all the different outlets. I'm here on YouTube every Friday, and I'm on Patreon daily. So don't forget to subscribe and turn those notification bells on. If you like our content, give us a thumbs up. If you really like our content, you can always see a super chat or a super thanks in the comment section below. Again, thank you for being a subscriber, and thank you for visiting Newsroom Chella Smith for your trusted dinar news. We'll see you guys next week. Take care.
Make sure you join us Fridays, 4 p.m. with Newsroom Updates with Chella Smith Entertainment News.